Hey everybody, welcome to All Things Creepy with Patty and
Lee. We appreciate you guys joining us. Thank you so much. April 29th is here.
Can you believe it?
One more day and May 1st hits us, right?
I know. Unbelievable.
All right. And we've been having a fun-filled weekend. We've got a lot of fun-filled weekends ahead. But tonight's guest will be Paranormal Rockdown, which will be held July 18th and 19th of this year. And they will be joining us here about 8:15. We'll talk about 30 minutes, like I told him, and about the event and what's going on with it. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to join in and ask away, because I will be keeping an eye on the chat area.
I will as well. Where would you like for me to watch? You can see them all. I can't see them all.
Paravision's All Things and Paravision's YouTube.
Right. I can only see chats from one.
Well, share it on your page as well, please.
I sure will.
So, like I said, we have Paranormal Rockdown tonight. And if you guys are able to make that event, do so. It's at Broadhead Manor. And next week, we have the OGs of Dayton, right out of here, out of Dayton, Ohio. Hi, Taylor.
Hey, Taylor.
How are you doing, girl? Look at that cool picture of her, a warrior.
I know.
May 13th, we have Joe Shortridge from 222 Podcast. May 20th, we have Michelle and Brittany with Riverside, Iowa Paranormal. They thought they were coming on tonight, and one of six sent a message saying, hey. And I'm like, no, you're not till May 20th. So we will talk to you then. And but we're booking. So I have 27th open. If anybody knows anyone. June 17th, we have a new team out of Cincinnati, Southern Ohio Paranormal Society. They will be joining us. And if you know somebody that would like to be a guest or would be a really cool guest, let me know. And we appreciate it. Hello, Crystal. Taylor. Happy friendship to you too, Taylor. It's been 4 years. Yes, it has. We're not just anything paranormal, but it can be events. It can be share about event if you just want to pop in for a few minutes. Excuse me, my allergies have been killing me with this weather.
Therefore, they are killing me because this is what I have to hear all day and all night. Coughing, hacking, sniffling, complaining.
So, back to the show.
Oh, sorry.
Squirrel. I totally lost track. Oh, it doesn't have to be paranormal. It can be anything creepy. It can be Bigfoot. Hey, Bob.
What's up, Bob?
No, I haven't got asked for money. What else? I'm trying to think of types of people that stay on topic here real fast.
Yes, I am. I was going to tell you that I was thinking about there's this person that I follow who is a life coach, and I think it might not be a bad idea to let him come on and spread some positivity and maybe maybe we all can learn a thing or two.
Sounds good.
I mean, yeah, we're called All Things Creepy, but the words all things are in there. And frankly, I'm open to anyone who wants to come on and is willing to spend a little time with us.
Absolutely. And, life coach can mean do a lot of things, especially paranormal activity.
Mm-hmm.
If, it could be medicine that you're on, causing hallucination, helping somebody cope, even that, if there is something going on with your everyday life. Life is stressful with, everything's going through the moon in pricing. We're all stressed over something, bills, work's not paying enough money. Yeah. I mean, it all happens, right? It's just life. But anyways, positive notes.
Yes.
Let us know. Shoot us a message, either one of us, if you know somebody or if you would like to be a guest. We would love to talk to you. She would love that idea, Crystal said.
Oh, thank you, Crystal.
So
I will do that.
This weekend coming up, if you guys, Bob's in the chat, he can help. We're going to be at Blackford County Jail in Indiana, and Stop Property, and we're doing an event with North Central Indiana Spirit Seekers, Bob and Denise. Mm-hmm. Join us. If there's some tickets, Bob will let us know in the chat if there's some tickets, where to go. The week after, May 10th, we're going to be at the Stone Mansion. Okay. That's going to be a fun one. I've never been there. This past weekend, first time I've ever been at the Rhodes Hotel. And we were with Ken and Jennifer and Jolie with Pathfinders Paranormal Society, Bob and Denise with North Central Indiana Spirit Seekers.
You said it right. You're getting better.
I know. And then us two with Paravision's Paranormal Society. And I tell you what, the activity was, in effect, as soon as I went around, I wanted to do a walkthrough. And then I grabbed a recorder. And I told Patty I'm going upstairs. And everybody was downstairs getting things set up and ready. There are a couple tickets left, by the way, real quick, for the Blackford County Jail. So sounds like it's going to be a good night.
Good.
So walking up the steps, I'm halfway up the stairway. And I get this sound, and it came right to me. Someone was whistling at me. And I turned past, there was a woman's voice. She whistled at me. So I went up the steps and I went to the room, which was in the front half of the house to the left. And I thought I would do a EVP session. So I was doing some 20-second EVPs. And I did get a really clear EVP. I said, who whistled at me? Can you tell me your name? And I waited a few seconds and I said, can you please tell me your name? And I got a name. And her name is Sarah. And if you all know who Sarah is, Sarah worked at the Rhodes brothel at the time. And so it was really cool to communicate with her, to get her to come out and talk. So through the whole entire night, we were picking her up. We were picking up several other spirits. Activity was just crazy. And so if you've not been, you definitely want to go. Atlanta, Indiana is more spooky than the Rhodes Hotel or Asher Walton House. Bob's right. He's not kidding. We get there early, right? And we're the outsiders coming into this town. And it's fine. And there's this man on this electric scooter. And he never said a word. He just came up by us and he would drive real close to us and stop right in the group. We was trying to talk. And no response to this guy. It was sort of creepy. It was like that Friday the 13th, the first one, where, they're in the cabin, they're in the main head cabin, in the kitchen, and they walk into the pantry, and the little old man on the bicycle pops out, and he's like, "You're doomed. You're all doomed." And that's what it felt like. It was like, man. And then there was this man walking down the road talking on his phone, and he was walking pretty quickly, and he was like, "I got to get past these ghost hunters." And I'm like, yeah, before we do something to you. I mean, come on, people.
Yeah, it was something. And it was a wheelchair, not a scooter. It
wasn't a wheelchair.
Yeah,
it was an electric. It was a roto scooter, one of those that gets around because it was electric.
Yeah, an electric wheelchair. Bob, back me up.
This thing had wheelie bars.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing was built for speed.
Well, then a short time later, this really cute family sped by us on a golf cart with 3 dogs. So that was fun.
But not cool. Didn't give you a look or anything.
Yeah, didn't let us pet the dogs.
But anyways, when we got into the Rhodes Hotel, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Had a blast going in and experiencing that. I definitely want to go back. I definitely want to communicate more. Yeah, give me your money. That guy. So then, May 16th, we're going to be, Patty and I are checking out a place in Dayton. Don't want to say the name out here until we can. Then we're going to be doing some Entity Explorers. The group Patty and I's in doing, some videos on investigations. We'll be busy May 24th. So we're busy all May. We'll be busy June 14th with that as well. Patty and I will be July 12th. We will be the Bell Mansion doing a public hunt, hosting it. July 19th, we're going to be doing our Museum at the Friends Home public hunt. So join us if you can.
Yeah, Taylor.
Taylor, if you're still watching, definitely join us. I'll be posting the thing again so people can get their tickets through the Friends Home. July 26th, we're going to be back out with Entity Explorers. August 9th, we're going to be back at the Bell Mansion. Join us. We're doing 2 public things. Patty and I will be August 31st at the Indiana State Sanatorium. I look forward to that. We're going to be at a cool place September 6th with Entity Explorers, an island. Look forward to that. September 20th, we're going to be back at our Friends Home Museum for the fall public hunt. And we've got a couple other things through the year, but we're still booking. So stay tuned with us.
Yeah, and in the middle of all that, our son comes home from Austria for the summer.
Yes.
So.
Well, and the thing is, too, our son is getting married next month. So, a lot of exciting things going on.
Yes, a packed out summer.
Packing out the fall because sometime in November, we head back to Aruba, our yearly trip. So, welcome to paradise. I love it. So, we're busy, Crystal. We're very busy. Like staying busy. Love paranormal. Been doing it for way too long. Bob says you didn't meet the guy with the dog Ken and I encountered outside before. Nope. You didn't share.
I saw him, but I didn't go out.
You didn't share. So here in 1 minute, we're going to be having Paranormal Rockdown. Chris will be joining us. Which investigation? Crystal, will you guys go live this weekend at the Blackford County Jail? I can go live. I can set up my stuff to go live for a little while.
Yeah, the only private one we have coming up is the one I forget
May
the 16th.
Date.
Yeah, May 16th.
When we go to Dayton.
Yeah, we were reached out to for that one. So,
well, let's go right into Chris. He's here. Let's welcome Chris to the show. Chris, welcome to All Things Creepy. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Thanks for having me on, guys. How are you?
We're doing fantastic, buddy. We're glad that you're here to share about Paranormal Rockdown, what it's all about, hear all about it, and get some of these people here to come out. You know, I've heard so many great things about Broadhead Manor that I have not been there yet, so it's on my list. I know Jenny Davis has been trying to get me to go for many times, and I will make it happen.
Yeah, Jenny definitely loves that place. She's had a lot of experiences there.
She does, and I would have loved to have been at your event, but actually I have a public thing that I do at a local museum here, and that's that weekend. And it's hard to, you know, because everybody wants you at one time, and I wished I could be here, and here, all to, you know, so everybody can say, "Yep, he was there."
Well, as soon as I have a date for next year's, I'll definitely get you that date so we can book you there.
Oh, we would love to have you to be part of your event because you know I've been doing paranormal now almost for 30 years. I started this team 2002, and I work with the Tabbs family, ghost hunters. Even when they're not on TV, we're still getting investigations. And yeah, we love doing it. We love to talk. You know, I don't sell things. Patty, she crochets cool little things, so you know we do that stuff. But I do like to talk about experiences, maybe share some of our cases that people seen on TV, things like that. But let me pop up your event. There it is.
That's quite a fast.
You have a huge showing there.
I think there's actually more that's coming to that too. That's one of the older flyers, so we definitely have more guests than that coming.
Oh wow! So how many do you have roughly going to be there?
We have, let's see, I got my flyer right in front of me here. We have 4, 8, 12. About 32.
30.
Wow.
That is pretty big, man. Now, is this your first year?
This is our second year doing it. The first year we did it, we only had 2 guests there, and then we had 3 bands playing the first year. Wasn't pretty much like a Paracon, it was just a concert. And then afterwards, the next day we did it at with 2 guests, and they joined the bands and us at the investigation.
Oh, that's fun. Crystal says hello.
Hi, Crystal. So yeah, on that flyer you got, it doesn't show Sarah Lemos will be joining us.
Oh, okay.
Trying to see who else isn't on there.
She's bad. She's a medium. She was on what was that Netflix show out there in that ghost town?
Yeah, I remember her from that ranch, something, right?
Yeah, no, ghost town. The lady owned the little town.
Yeah.
All the little buildings and things, and she was on there. Yeah.
Yeah, she's been on quite a few shows. I can't remember the other shows she's been on, but she's been on a few. I've heard rumors that she's going to be getting her own show.
Cool. We need some more stuff out there, you know.
Yeah.
So
right now we just have GAC on, and Expedition X, which I really like.
So in your lineup are some of these like repeat guests, or are you trying to change them up every year, or how's
the only one that's repeating is Nick Simons. He's the one that's returning from last year.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
The first night on that Friday night we have 7 bands playing, and one of the bands is returning as well. Etched in Numbers, they're returning. They played the first year of the event.
That is cool. And now they're all going to be playing at the Broadhead Manor?
Originally, it was supposed to be that way. But Broadhead, there's a stage and everything in the gym there, but there's no sound system.
Oh, okay.
So there's like 5 other events going on in Wisconsin that weekend. We got Rockfest, Country Thunder, and everything. So everybody that rents out sound systems is booked for those events. So I couldn't get the sound system in there. So 15 minutes up the street from Broadhead is Main Street Events. They have a sound system with a stage and everything, so we moved all the bands over to there that are playing there now.
Oh, cool. And what's the name of the bands?
So we have Green Jelly is our headliner. They were popular in the late 80s, early 90s with their Three Little Pigs song.
Okay.
Yep. So Etched in Embers, they're returning. They're going to be our co-headliners. We have the band Left on Red, Switchblade Saturdays, The Fiction We Create in January. And then Again We Rise. We just added them because Dead Amsterdam unfortunately had to drop out because they recently got signed and they got put on a pretty big tour. So we had to replace them.
Oh man, hopefully they can come back though to like one and make it up for you know, being big and then coming in, be big.
Yeah, because they're local to the area. They're a Wisconsin band, so they're excited to be a part of it. But unfortunately, stuff happens, and you know they had to do what their business decision made, and you know
Something big like that's going to change their lives. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And you're going to say, yeah, I'm going to jump on that. That's awesome. Congrats to them for, you know, I like seeing people become successful. And it looks like, you know, like you said, everybody's not on there. And you started with Sarah. And who else is not on there?
We're going to see who's not on that one. We got Ashmore Estates. They're going to be there.
Okay. We just had them on last week.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I believe that's it that I could see offhand.
You're letting Mike Gagliano in your building.
Oh, yeah. Mike's awesome.
He is, isn't he? If he's one.
We'll look for bathroom photos then.
Yeah, we'll be looking for those pictures in the bathroom, you know, posing them muscles of his.
Yep. Have you guys met Mike in person yet?
Not in person, but yeah, he's already clicked to be like a buddy, you know? He's just one of those guys to where you've known him forever and just meeting him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I met him the first time at the Rock Island convention. And he was one of the first guests I had booked, so he did a promo video there, and
oh, cool.
It's going around somewhere. I don't have it on hand to show it, but if you go on our Paranormal Rockdown Facebook page, you can see it. It's hilarious.
Yeah, he is something else. He you know, if you're feeling down and sad, just hang out with him for about 5 minutes. He'll change you.
Heck yeah.
Exactly.
Just full of energy, and hearing his story about him, you know, growing up, and we had him on the show. When was he on the show?
Like a month ago.
Yeah. He was on February 4th. Time's flying by. And he was, you know, he had me in tears and then laughing, and just the guy's been through it all, you know, and look at him staying positive in life. And he found his gist, you know, making people laugh and have a good time in the para world. And, you know, he's just a ball of great energy.
Yes.
Yeah, he's definitely a great guy. I mean, definitely, like you said, anytime you feel down or anything, just reach out to Mike and he'll cheer you up.
He'll cheer you up. Just give him 5 minutes of your time, man. He's always said that, you know, hey, I'm here. And he is. He's just something else. And yeah, so look, yeah, then you got Larry. Larry's awesome. And we had him on, I think, before. Yeah, we had him on last November, and
Wow.
man, time is flying, ain't it? And he was just great. I haven't met him in person yet. We want to get together, and I like his techniques of investigating. And you know, God brings everybody into our lives daily for a reason, right? And that, you know, and you learn something new from somebody that you meet, or somebody you haven't seen or talked to in a long time. You learn something. I was always taught you learn something every day. And, you know, and just like even paranormal, just being around somebody and, oh, I never thought of doing it that way, but that sounds cool. Let's try that way. you know, and I've took some of his ideas, Larry's ideas and investigations that I've done, and it actually works.
Yeah, he definitely knows his stuff. He was at our first Rockdown too. He stayed for about half of it, and I've investigated with him a couple times at Broadhead, and he definitely knows his stuff.
Yeah, he does. Bob said it. I met him in a previous life. I think I have. He's like a big brother.
He's a busy guy too. I mean, if you look at his schedule, he's booked throughout the whole entire year, every single year.
Yeah, he's booking into, like, you know, he'll say he's booking in 2026 or 7 now, and everybody wants him, you know. He's just a genuine guy.
Correct.
So yeah, so that's awesome. So it looks like it's going to be a wonderful event. So what is the layout for the weekend? I know you said Friday the 18th. That's going to be bands. Is there anything going to be going on other than that at Broadhead?
So anybody that doesn't want to attend the concert, there's going to be 2 mini investigations going on at Broadhead. Larry's going to be hosting one of those events at the Broadhead on that Friday night, doing the mini investigation. Sam Beltrusis will. Believe we got David Childers doing one of them that day too. So that's going to be for the Friday night, other than the concert. And then Saturday, we're going to have everybody you see on the flyer there, plus a few more. Dustin Perry is going to be doing a live virtual Q&A for everybody.
Another down-to-earth guy.
Yep. Speaking of Mike Agliano, he's going to be doing a one and only time stand-up comedy show. So he won't be speaking. He's going to do a stand-up comedy, which is going to be 18 and over.
Is he going to be dressed up like he was last weekend?
It wouldn't surprise me. He's always full of surprises, so who knows what he's going to be doing.
So be prepared for something out of this world from him.
Especially if it's an 18 and over comedy
Yeah, right.
show.
He's going to make sure it's going to be a fun time. Maybe gray sweats.
Correct, yep.
Maybe those underwear he posted a picture in.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever know with him.
You never know with that guy.
Yeah, so he's going to be doing that stand-up comedy. It's very rare he does stand-up comedy. He hates doing stand-up comedy, but he's going to be doing it just for us. Tickets for that are going to be based on donations, and all those donations are going to be going directly to Broadhead to help fix the roof there.
Oh, that's nice.
So he's doing that. Mary Lynn, his other half of the show, she's going to be doing a gala reading. Sarah Lemos is going to be doing a gala reading. And then we're going to just have all the speakers. Dave Schrader will be speaking. Sam will be speaking. Larry's going to be speaking. Kat Armstrong, she's going to be doing a speaking role there. So it's going to be a great night, packed. As Kenneth Drake says, it's going to be the loudest weekend in the paranormal for the year there.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. And you're, like you say, it's just going to be giving back, having everybody coming in that can be there. Have a good time, man. It sounds, definitely count us in for next year.
Heck yeah.
We will definitely lock it in.
Yeah, like I said, as soon as I get that date, I will definitely let you guys know.
Absolutely. And I will promote this. So I will go and find the new banner, and I'll keep promoting it on my pages for everybody to go.
Yep. So clearly this was born out of a passion for music and paranormal, but which one weighs just a little heavier for you?
I would say probably the music weighs a little bit heavier just because it's a lot cheaper.
Okay. I can understand that.
That is very true, man, because you can get a whole group of people in for just pennies to the dollar.
Heck yeah.
Correct.
Plus, you know, to me, I like music. Music's therapeutic to me. You know, how I got involved is losing kids in the paranormal, so that's what brought me into the paranormal. And music soothes me. So when I start feeling that down, my music helps me. So
yeah.
So music is a little stronger for me as well.
But not only that, too, it can be a real trigger. You know, I mean, the other night at Rhodes, I know you remember because you were playing it on your phone. We thought, hey, let's draw some of these people out with some.
Well, I played the 1920s waltz.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
so pretty, but I mean, everyone connects with something else, depending on where you are.
Mhm.
I just think it's a great idea to meld it all together.
Yeah, like what you're saying. If you ever do a private investigation at Broadhead, when you pull up to that building to meet Bill, he has all the doors open in that school, and all you hear is music
Oh
because
wow.
the music at Broadhead, he blares the music because it amps up the activity. So he gets it all amped up before the team gets there to do their investigations.
Oh, that is super cool. And I've heard great things about Bill from people. Like he is genuine, down to earth. So I went and found him on Facebook. Definitely got to reach out to him and schedule an investigation there. So yeah, so that you couldn't find a better place. And looks like you got a great group of people coming to this. And so what I want to go back from the previous year. What got you into starting wanting to do this event and building this creation?
It's just like we were talking earlier. I mean, it's the love for the rock music and the paranormal. And most people that are into the paranormal are into the rock genre music. So I was like, why can't we combine these two together and make an event?
Mm-hmm.
It actually came about me thinking of kind of like doing a spin-off show where I go to an investigation and I bring rock bands with me, rock bands that have never had any paranormal activity, and have them join the investigation with me.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So it's a lot more work into that than doing this event. So I just decided to do the event. But then I had a hard time thinking of a name to come up with the event, to put the two together. So I was sitting at home watching the paranormal shows, and I was watching Paranormal Lockdown. And that's when it clicked. Paranormal Rockdown.
That is awesome.
Yeah, it's perfect, really.
It is, because you're putting both and twisting like a yin and a yang, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah, Jenny. So we definitely want. She's like, yeah, you should come. That's my second home.
I would just like to point out, am I chopped liver?
I know. Ask her.
Jenny, am I chopped liver over here? Jeez.
Yeah, and for whoever, I may set this up sometime. So if there's anybody who wants to go, Chris, you're welcome to come. I like to meet people that I have on the show, plus people that come into the chat. Let's get an investigation to go. Something soon, So it sounds like a good time. So are you going to have like food trucks or anything there? Is there restaurants nearby?
Right now there's a pizza place that's nearby. They're going to be serving pizza at there. And okay. I believe we're going to have hot dogs. There's not really any food trucks in the area because Broadhead's kind of in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
So we're having a hard time getting food trucks. We were going to set up a grill and do burgers and stuff like that, but then they came to us and said, no, you can't do that because you don't have no food license.
Exactly. So
it's going to be pretty much pizza, nachos, and hot dogs.
Something for everyone.
Something for everyone. Yeah. And then when they investigate that night, roar the bell. Because I like jalapenos on my nachos. and then the grease for the pizza. Is that a demon?
That was our mistake the other night. We had pizza and then all night long. Nope, that was my belly.
Now, Jenny said something in it and I about laughed, and I saw Crystal laugh out loud.
Ugh.
You'll need to eat some of Bill's nuts and I'm like, wait, what?
I was just going to say that. Bill will be serving his nuts there too, so.
Now, does he do like what is those that you can get, like, they're roasted?
He's got, I'm not sure what he's got now. I know he did roasted, he had spicy and everything, but he just posted that he's launching like 12 new peanuts. And he's going to be packaging them and selling them at the Rockdown.
Interesting.
Hey, there's some people that I would like for them to be there with me next year.
Cody, Tori, how we doing, guys?
Guys, would you want to go to Paranormal Rockdown with moi and Pate with Chris next year? Tell me yes. Love them. They're awesome.
They were just actually not too far from me. I've seen like a week or two ago. They were in Lamont, Illinois, which is like 30 minutes from me.
Okay. Here we go, Jenny. She's not thinking. Summer crunchy, sour, sweet, and spicy.
Just like her.
Just like, yeah, her all in one. Oh,
So, Chris, do you play an instrument?
that was something I was going to bring up. Are you in a band?
Musical?
I do not play any instruments. I do not sing. I'm not part of any music band or anything like that. I just love rock and roll.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, see, in solidarity, I am wearing my Billy Idol shirt.
Yeah, and I was like,
Billy
you know,
Idol.
this is a, she goes, hey, it's perfect. Billy Idol. I said, Billy Idol gets it.
He just came out with a new album, didn't he?
He sure did. He sure did.
Yep.
Yeah, and you know what though? His voice don't sound any different than he did in the 80s.
Yeah,
I think it's the accent, right?
From the parts of it I heard, he did sound exactly the same.
Yeah. I was like, man, there's no different unless it's like some kind of synthesizer or something. She finally caught on. I know she's promoting him.
Yes.
So when I meet Bill, I'm going to say, Bill, I need some of these nuts.
Yep.
I need them crunchy, sour, sweet, and spicy, baby.
And the thing is, too, is he's actually launching a line of nuts for Mike, too.
Oh, okay.
That's going to be premiering at the Rockdown as well.
Oh, wow. So it sounds like it's going to be an all in all, just a great time.
And then also, when we were talking about food, I forgot to mention we got Haunted Happy Hour. They're going to be bringing their coffee and serving coffee there as well.
There you go. Everybody wants coffee. Now, I don't drink hot drinks. Patty drinks tea.
Yep.
I got to have everything cold. So if it's an energy drink, if it's my Diet Dew, I'm good to go. Ice water, I'm good to go. But I saw something here. There's a vending thing down the road. Coffee and what was that? We saw it the other day.
I don't remember.
Coffee and it's a weird combination. And I'm like, wow, that's a weird combination for a little trailer. It was a trailer, but it seemed like it was it's booming.
Yeah, I'm not a big coffee drinker myself, but every event that they come to, their coffee pretty much sells out.
Oh wow. Jenny says, our Bonnie, hey girl, how are you? Hope you're feeling well and doing fantastic. I know Jenny's had you running all over the place last weekend.
Look at her. They do have a cold option they use Monster with. Then that would be a
well, then I will try it. They have it. Oh my God.
That sounds like a heart attack waiting to
Wow.
Chris, try that for me and tell me how that is when they're there. You drink Monster?
Once in a while.
I'm on the zero sugar right now. Okay. Now this one, what's this? Chai latte is amazing.
Chai latte?
Chai Christmas in a cup.
Crystal, is that the one? Is that one Haunted Happy Hour does, or?
Man, now if it's sweet, like a caramel or something like that, like a sort of like a hot chocolate, I'm down. But by the time I don't want to taste that coffee bean, so by the time I'm done mixing it, everybody says, "Lee, that's chocolate milk." Damn right it is.
Yeah. That's about how I would do it too.
See what she's doing?
I know, but we are obligated elsewhere. Lee booked us up.
Yeah, we're also doing a good, Bonnie. Good to hear that you're doing great and got some rest. We're also working. There's a team from the north at Carlo with Haunted Bill Manor, and we teamed up, and we're the south team of Ohio, the north team of Ohio, formed to do a Amazon Prime YouTube team to go out and do some investigations, and so we're busy doing a lot of those. What's this? She says they make cold or hot. I get it with 5 Splenda. That's too much Splenda there, young lady. Chris asked, "Is that one that what? I'm sorry, the
Haunted
name
Happy Hour.
Haunted Happy Hour does, Crystal."
I like that name, Haunted Happy Hour.
I do
I'm
too.
a fan of alliteration.
Yeah. And just like your name, Paranormal Rockdown, and how you put it together, it's a no-brainer. I know, but Jenny, we're going to be there next year.
Yeah.
Chris is going to let me know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's going to be at Broadhead or where it's going to be yet. But once I get dates, I will let you know.
Oh man, absolutely. She said she doesn't know if they have that or not. I guess that's just one of her favorites.
So I was going to ask you, Chris, where else do you like to go investigating?
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to say. Do you have other than Paranormal Rockdown? You got to have your own team, right?
I do. It's only like one other person on my team right now. A couple of my team members moved to Canada,
Oh,
so I lost them, and I've been so busy with this event, I have not had time to build that team back up.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite location to investigate is Edinburgh Manor.
who was on there? Wasn't that on one of the shows?
They have been on. I think they were the ones that were on Ghost Adventures.
Yes.
Where Zach had the Joker in the basement and he was banging on the window trying to get out the window.
Yes, that's where I thought, because that sounded familiar. And I was like, it was on a show. Yeah. So some good activity there for sure. Jenny goes, Larry and I leave from Rockdown, then head to State House on Sunday, Fairfield County Infirmary Monday, Hoover on Tuesday, and Rainworth Wednesday. And Bonnie Gurney's like, oh my God.
I think Jenny and Larry won the freaking lottery.
I do too, man.
They must have, yeah.
Oh, you're going to Pine Lot, and you'll enjoy that. We were there.
Yes.
We were there
like a month or 6 weeks
ago. Now we're so stay tuned for something that we're thinking of doing with Carlo. We're going to be trying to put an event on there one night next year. Close, not in the dead heat, but he's got a lot to do there before we can do that, because we know that the local AHJ authority having jurisdiction will not allow some of the things. So we're going to have to, and he's going to work on getting some of that stuff done for us. So we'll see how it goes and do an event, because he's got that house down the road. Do you remember the name of the house? Because we had him change.
Victorian.
I can't remember.
Let me see if I can look it up.
Yeah, I've never been to Pine Lawn yet. It's going to be my first time going there.
You said Bill's here? Where's Bill?
Send Bill a link. Have him join us.
Yeah, Jenny, because he's friends with me. He should be able to see it. Oh, watch out. Talk about these nuts.
Oh, boy.
No, I've also been, people are doing a lot of different things like smoking meats, and I've seen something about peanuts, which is different. Our daughter came home. She brought smoked ham, and never thought about smoking a ham. The old Victorian mansion, yes.
Yeah, I think.
Man, Jenny's just like she's like the old school days, the Rolodex. Kids don't know these days what a Rolodex is, but hers just spins like right to the V's. Let me see what's Victorian.
Yeah, anytime I've had a question on the paranormal of a location or who owns it or whatnot, Jenny always has the answer.
Always. That's who you can always count on. I love her to death.
I'm sitting here trying to think of that.
Let me go to the thing on my page and let me comment.
I swear it's a different name than that, but anyway, we digress as always.
No, he did not come up to tag. You're right. She's everywhere all the time. Even when she's not, she's there.
So, question for you guys: what's your guys' favorite location?
Oh, good Lord! My favorite is there's two of them, and it's hard. Your friend David. Moundsville Penitentiary, and Mansfield Reformatory.
Okay. I've never been to either.
My first ever investigation was at Moundsville, and the the activity was phenomenal. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've known Jenny, 13 years, and Mansfield Reformatory, that was 2009, wasn't it, when I met you?
Yes.
And she watched my dog, and we went there, and that's when my ability opened up, because I thought I was really being punked by Scott Sokol, who used to run Mansfield. We're downstairs in the administration basement. We had one area to look at. There was 4 of us. My buddy was videoing in the back. And I walked through this little cell door, and you have to turn left. And it's right across from the stairway to go back up to the first floor administration side. As I'm walking in, I know everybody was in there. Straight ahead of me was this guy standing, looked like 6'4", 6'5", flat top haircut, my style glasses, gray jumpsuit. I read his inmate number across his chest. Black, the shiniest black shoes I've ever seen in my life. And at the time, I'm like, I'm being punked. Well, my buddy bent in the back. He goes, I don't see anything that you're seeing through the camera. And he's explaining, because he kept asking me questions, and he was the one that was getting everything out of me. So I grabbed the camera, and I'm looking at it. I can see it in the viewfinder. He couldn't. Nobody else could either.
Wow.
So he moved, and I jumped, and he went into this room, and I was like, well, let's go after it. So as I was getting closer to the door, there was a light on in there, and I saw a shadow of his arm. And there's Larry. And
What's up, Larry?
he was hanging. And then I found out from Scott that there was an area, there's 3 locations in Mansfield they call the sweat box, where they put in inmates because they don't have the funds to house them and feed them.
Okay.
And so they hang themselves. They give them things to hang themselves. Then they take their body outside and lay them on their stomach, and then they shoot them in the back and then tell their family that you tried to escape.
Wow.
And I saw he shared his whole entire story. So I shared with Scott, and I took everybody straight to his office. I've never been there before in my life. And we're in his office, and he goes, Lee, how the hell did you find my office? I didn't even tell you how to get here. I was going to go find you. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just walking down the hall, and Jim, my buddy that was videoing, he goes, yeah, and he was describing the whole hallway, what each room meant. And he goes, well, what did you see? And I said, I saw like wainscoting, like almost 5.5 feet high, with this brass trim with green wallpaper from that to the ceiling. I saw a picture of the warden and his wife. I was like, it was just crazy. And he goes, well, give me the inmate number. So Jim wrote it down, and we gave him all the information. He goes, here's my 2-way radio. I'll get with you in a little while. So we're in the cell block area, and east cell block. And I'll never forget when that radio goes off. He goes, come back to my office. Man, I shot there. We are all taking off because this was just unreal. Go in there. He hands me a bottle of water, says, sit down, throws a folder on my lap. He says, open that up. Well, I open it up, and I'm reading the guy's name. Open the second page. There's a picture of him. Third page is the description of why he was in Mansfield. Petty theft, man. Petty theft. They put him in there.
Wow.
He was there from 1955 to early 1957. And they put him in the sweat box, and he hung himself. And he goes, everything you described about the building, here's some pictures of the building from that time. Green, gold. I was like, what? Never experienced this before in my life, man. And then I tell people now, after my experience, everybody that gets involved in paranormal, we have those extra ears like fish have fins. We are so sensitive. The more you're in a dark building trying to hear things, we go back, and then we're doing the audio, so we're hearing all of what we just went over to capture these EVPs. was like, we become sensitive. And you don't know that after so many years of doing it. And
I agree with you on that, because when the first time I went to Edinburgh, it was our first investigation as my team there, and there was 5 of us there, and they were giving us the tour of the building and everything, and about everything that happens on the first floor and everything. And we started hearing a little girl humming and singing. And me and my aunt, as soon as we heard it, we just looked at each other. And me and her were the only ones that heard it out of the whole entire team. And out of the paranormal and stuff, me and her are the ones that have done it the most.
And that's what we do when we do public hunts. I try to see if the people that are intrigued or watch the shows, that's why they come to these public hunts that we do.
Yep.
And I can tell who's been in the paranormal and who hasn't, because everybody that's been in it, they're like, yeah, I heard that. And everybody that's new goes, oh man, I didn't hear it. So what I do, give them headphones and a recorder and say, here, listen.
Correct.
We're walking around, it's recording, just listen.
Right.
And sometimes it flips people out, because we love skeptics. I'm sure you do. You know, I'm like, you investigate with us tonight, we're going to change your mind some way, somehow. And they love it. By the end of the night, they're like, dude, we want to do this again. Let us know when you're going to be going out somewhere else. And, so, you know, that's the thing. That's the fun part, is because I love history. I grew up loving history in school. Who don't love history? You know, we need to keep it alive, because these days they're not teaching it enough like they did when we were young.
Correct.
And the paranormal involved. So, man, if it is so fascinating. You know, I took my son to a place that a guy collects antique cars, and he had cars from like JFK, where Marilyn Monroe was in it. He's Winston Churchill's car. He had a Hitler car. I mean, the guy collects with Jay Leno. That's his good buddy. He's a billionaire, and he's local here, one of his shops. And sitting in one of the cars, we actually picked up a female that was talking to us as if she was Marilyn Monroe. Now, if that's the case, dude, goosebumps, that was freaking phenomenal. So I'm like, why not love paranormal? You know, you're talking to somebody that's left energy. We're all energy, right? So we're going to leave our energy right here. Come back. You know, I always tell people when we're doing investigations, that's new. If we're all sitting in this room tonight talking, I can probably come back 7 days from now, come in here, and hit record and talk like I'm talking to you tonight, and some of our energy will come up.
Correct.
And they're like, really? And I was like, yeah. So I was like, I can go geek on you, talk about ions and stuff, but I says, let's just keep it paranormal. I was like,
it's always awesome seeing people's reactions that have never experienced that stuff
right?
before. Like, I took my 13-year-old son, they had a kids' night, and he wanted to see what kind of stuff and everything I do. So he went to Rock Island with me to their kids' night, and 2 experiences. His first experience, I gave him the spirit box and said, here, go in this room and just start talking. And my son's name came across that spirit box, and he about dropped that spirit box.
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? His dad, he's 13 years old. His hormones are going crazy right now.
Yep.
So he's triggering the energy in the air, dealing with all the energy that's already there. We did the same thing. We were at an old school, and our son, how old was Jack at the time? Maybe 14, 15. Him and his buddy wanted to do their own team. So I was giving him some old equipment, but he brought his buddy with us to this school. And this was it was like an old school that
I was thinking about it. I think the brake pads you might be.
The Board of Education was part of the school still. And so anyways, we're introducing our names. And I started, my buddy, 2 buddies, and then Jack. And then his buddy's name's Gabe. But he goes, he changes his voice. My name is Steve. Well, I jumped and turned the flashlight on because I'm thinking, man, there's an energy in here. No, it was him. And I was like, why did you fake your name? He goes, I don't want them to know my real name. And then we were walking out, and my son was behind me, and he saw me get pushed from behind, but he was like 2 steps away. And I'm like, man, I got a burn. And it was like in the center of my back where I couldn't reach. So one of my buddies on my team, I lifted my shirt up, and he had a flashlight. And he said, dude, you got scratches. Well, right at that time, all we heard, we're on the stage up, in the gym. All we heard is the door that left the locker room area and the stage swing wide open. 2 boys' footsteps running across the gym, heading to find Patty in the middle of the dark. I was like, you guys are going by yourself? They were already.
Yeah, I know how that is, because that same night when I took my son, we were all up in what they call the trunk room, and we were having some stuff happen up there, and there was a flashlight sitting on the ground right in front of my son, and that flashlight just went on by itself, and my son just jumped up like he wanted to get the hell out of there.
Oh yeah. But you know what? It's like if they're willing to do it and have fun with it, that helps us, because we're going to bring something out that may blow their mind and our mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Now he's always asking when he can go with me again. So it turned him into a lover of the paranormal. So
yeah, right now, as we're talking about paranormal, our house is haunted. My printer just kicked on.
Yeah, like what's happening?
And it's never done that. Like,
I heard it click on.
Yeah, that's it behind us. I'm like, because I work from home. So I'm like, what the hell?
Well, and I just said today, I think we brought something home with us.
Oh, yeah. Bob said it was me. Sorry.
Damn it, Bob.
Bob, you're all the way in Indiana.
He's getting to be a real problem.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So, man, we're coming down to the end of the show. Is there anything you want to plug in before we get off here? Time flies, dude.
Yeah, it definitely does. I just say everybody that can make it to Paranormal Rockdown, it's going to be, like kind of Drake says, the loudest week in the paranormal. Get your tickets. We still have plenty available for the concert. Probably about maybe 10 left for the investigations at Edinburgh. All day it's going to be the Paracon, so you can come and go to that as you please. You can get your tickets at paranormalrockdown.com. If you need any questions asked, you can contact me or Jamie Lynn Keller. She can also respond to those questions you have. And yeah, you can also find me, Chris Hartle on Facebook, or Shadow Seekers Paranormal on Facebook.
Excellent. Yeah, we'll be sharing all that up until the time.
Yeah, I definitely will be going on your page and getting the updated one and sharing it, promoting you guys. And I'll do it at every Tuesday night from here on, for sure.
I'll message you when we're done here, so it's easy for you to find.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and send me Mike's thing as well, because I'll share that on the show as well.
Okay.
Well, man,
Definitely.
Thanks again for coming on, buddy. I appreciate it. It's nice to meet you finally.
Nice to meet you, Chris.
You too. I appreciate you guys for having me on and helping promote the event.
Absolutely. That's what people should be doing. Like I said, I like to see people succeed, be successful, and just help each other. That's what we're intended to be on this earth for anyways, is to help each other.
Correct.
And good things come to those, so let's just stay positive. And guys, definitely, if you can, reach out, go. There's going to be a lot of great things going on that weekend. And I hope it's a success. And next year, Patty and I will be there.
Heck yeah.
Wherever it is. So
Looking forward to it, guys. Again, I appreciate it. Thank you again.
thanks again, buddy. Have a good night and a good
You
week.
too. Bye.
See ya.
Yeah, that really sounds like a
That
really
sounds like
fun
a
event.
fun event. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is anyone going? I know Jenny is. I know Larry is. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know, great lineup.
Yep.
Probably good music. Sounds like fun.
Exactly. Guys, it's been a great time. I hope everybody has a fantastic week. We have 3 more days of work. Then we get to go play at the Blackford County Jail. Got a couple ideas for the Blackford County Jail. Bob, be ready. We did not do. I was on the bed when I wanted you on there. but it didn't happen. 3-day grace, 3-day. Yes. And Crystal says she has a concert that day. Who are you going to see? Thank you so much. Guys, again, always keep looking into the unknown. Anything you want to say?
No, thanks for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Stay tuned. We will be speaking to the OGs of Dayton. Great girls. You'll love them.
Yep.
Have a good night, guys.
Bye.